All right, recording has begun.
Sweet. I think we're just waiting on Ben and Alex for chat. Oh,
Okay. My
well,
recording
and Jake,
on
I guess too. Oh, there's Ben.
my recording on our one-off last week did not turn out great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was trash. Mainly because I was driving in the mountains, but yeah. So
Nice.
I hope you had good notes, Warren. I know I couldn't type anything.
I'm sure we can put notes together.
Well, no, we're talking about from Warren and Chris did a one-off on Sunday to catch their characters up.
Oh, gotcha.
But Chris was driving home or driving in the mountains when he did it. And Warren was live streaming from just from Discord, like streaming it onto Discord, and then Chris tried to record it through screen capture or
yeah,
whatever.
I got the video feed of it. It's just the everybody's audio turned out like trash.
Nice. What's up, Alex?
What's up?
All right. So yeah, I think we're just waiting for Jake. I don't know what his ETA is. I guess I should probably ask him what that. Before I get too into previously on and all that. Chris, did you get Jack all leveled up?
I've got him leveled up on my iPad. I just have to transfer the information over to my character sheet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome. Did you add stuff on there, or was that me?
No, I didn't add anything. Oh wait,
Okay,
are you talking on your sheet?
Yeah.
No, I haven't added anything.
Okay, sounds good. I will get to transferring stuff over.
Cool.
Also, just so you guys know, my Discord has been cutting out in and out for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. So if I get quiet while I'm talking, I probably got disconnected. I'll be back in a bit.
Cool. Sounds good, buddy.
Ian,
Yo.
have you already done the treasure chest thing?
Yeah, we did. I pulled everybody over to this page at the same time at like 9:10. Did you find it?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Where?
But at the same time, I don't really care that. Who's 14 out of 14?
Jund.
Is it up to the top left of him?
Yep, that's it. That is it.
Yeah, I kind of just give up on that because.
Well, what's crazy though, so I saw everybody online like on Roll20, and I was like, well, there's a lot of people on Roll20, so I'll just put it in the Roll20 chat that, hey, I'm going to move over to the landing page to find the chest. And I did like a little countdown, and thinking like, oh, that'll like prompt people to get on the Discord chat so they could say if they found it or not. And even then, it took Steven like, what, 5-6 minutes still to find it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I glanced over it because I looked directly at Jun's. He was like the first character I was examining and just completely missed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give up at this point because it just frustrates me before an already frustrating game.
Well, before an already frustrating game. What do you mean?
Oh, it's just I suck at D&D, so it's already just frustrating. It's just an added thing.
There's no sucking at D&D. You're good.
Yeah.
It's all just about doing what you want with characters and creating a story together.
Yeah. All right.
I think that the idea of any of us sucking at D&D right now is basically impossible because for the last 4 sessions we've pretty much obliterated every single character we've ever come across.
Yeah,
Murder hobo.
bunch of murder hobos.
Murder hobos.
They're goblins. They're not humans.
Murder.
Speaking of which, I want to see that hall of killed characters.
Yeah,
sometime.
I've got that on my to-do list to get set up on this landing page because.
I mean, as long as you have notes on it, you can always do it whenever you want. But like, as long as you have notes on it, so that we can accurately recall how we did it.
I've got a few notes. I don't remember every single one of them, so it might take some refreshing when it is live.
Okay. All right, who is it we were waiting on?
Jake.
Jake.
I was trying to see when his what his ETA was, like when he thought he was going to be getting on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna. Sounds like everyone just got back, so I'm gonna go say goodnight to Matt before he goes to bed, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did you shoot him a text, Ian?
Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
I did not a text. I'll text him right now.
I'd give that a try.
All right. We'll see what he says. Oh, we lost. I didn't even realize we lost Josh again.
I thought he was saying he was gonna go. Let's go to sleep or something.
No. That was Ben.
Oh. I don't know everybody's voices yet.
Why not, Steven?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get your shit together, please.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted? Are you still underwater?
Yeah, I about this.
Yes.
Whoa! I heard none of that.
Whoa.
It was like the teacher in Charlie Brown.
He's really trying to get character and sound like a stereo.
How do I fix that?
I don't know.
Settings. I wonder if you're got your speaker, your mic settings.
Your mic settings set to your laptop or your headset?
Yeah, something like that.
I installed desktop. It's my desktop. I mean, I'll play around with it. I'll try and figure it out.
You just sounded a little bit better there.
I'm talking very loud and very intentional.
Oh, perfect. That's just like your character then, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, from whatever input that you're putting in, it sounds like you're far away from it.
I don't know.
I got
Alright.
disconnected again.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, Jake said he's got 5 minutes, so it's up to you guys. Do you want to wait 5 minutes, or do you want to go ahead and start?
Go ahead and start.
Let's
We're
go.
just going to be going over what happened before, so.
That's true.
And I'm good waiting if you decide to do that too. I'm good.
I'd say we charge forward. Full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Text from back.
Hey, Bergen.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start with a roll call. Knowing that Jake's not here. Starting with Althea.
Present.
Asterion. Jack.
Present.
Kentrum. Oh, and Kentrum's out. Bearden.
Hola.
Smee.
Here.
Iris.
Here.
And Whiskey. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot that there's two Jacks. And Kentrum.
Meowdy. Jeez.
Oh,
it was like perfect timing.
Yeah, it literally cut out as soon as I said sir.
No worries. No worries. All right, guys.
I'm going to try to restart Discord real quick, but go on.
Okay, cool.
Ian, why don't you change the nickname on my Jack Discord to like, I don't know, recorder or something different, so it doesn't throw you off next time.
So the one that's
Order
just
Jack.
labeled, the one that's
The one
labeled
with-
Jack.
Yeah, the one that's got my face. Make that one the recorder, and then the one I'm talking out of right now. This is my Whiskey Jack character guy.
Cool.
If that helps.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Because that's going to throw me off. Da-da-da. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, got it changed. So you're now the record keeper. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So last time on session 4, entitled... Oh. Aha! Jake's here.
What's up?
Just in time, buddy. All right. So last time on session 4, it's plundering time. This is what happened. After you all were feeling very rested and quote-unquote leveled up, you all talked outside the cave for a little bit. The questions started towards Sildar as to what happened. He informed you all that him and Gundren had left the night that they all met you, that you met them in Neverwinter, and you guys were making great time. They were making great time, staying about a half a day's journey farther than you. They stopped on the Tribord Trail to get some rest and got attacked by goblins everywhere. A big one, Ymik, even tried to blindfold Sildar and Gundren, but did a poor job. After abandoning the horses, they were dragged on the ground into the forest, but Gundren was taken elsewhere. Sildar mentioned some strange creatures in the forest that seemed to have glowing green eyes that even the other goblins were skeptical of. He was so thankful for you all in his rescue. Then you all started to debate about if you should go back in the cave and deal with the other leader and get some treasure. Tyrus wanted to, and Blarg even mentioned it shouldn't be difficult for you all. Jack and Asterion wanted nothing to do with it. So the group decided to go back in, while Jack and Asterion would escort Sildar to Phandalin with Sildar's horse, and the rest of you would plunder the cave. So the party split again, and most of you all went into the cave. You all went in pretty quickly and tried to be stealthy about the initial attacks. There were just a few goblins, a couple wolves, and something else. Combat broke out, and the goblins sprung into battle. Blarg took out one and then yelled to the others to try and join the party. Then the leader made himself known, Clarg, a large bugbear who was assumingly the leader. He snickered at you all as he threatened to make towers with your bones. The two wolves attacked the party, but did not attack Blarg. He felt their pain. In the wolves' last dying breaths, they stretched out their paws to Blarg. He cried. Kentrim got an idea and drop-kicked a goblin, Vlarg, into Clarg. Clarg then started taunting Vlarg, calling him weak and puny. After the other threats were removed, Vlarg stood up and thrust his weapon into Clarg's belly, dealing quite a bit of damage. Finally, Althea sprung into the battle room and got the final blow on Clarg. The party tried to convince Vlarg to join you all, but he said, "I do not want to become one of them." And then he took his sword and cut his own throat. After combat ended, you all started plundering, finding a treasure chest with a ton of coin and dozens of sealed boxes that had the symbol of a lion on a blue-black backdrop. You all carried the boxes out of the cave, as well as all the treasure. Mirrodin spoke with the wolves towards the front of the cave and tried to get them to join the party. After he and Kentrim released the wolves, they said thanks and ran out of the cave and into the forest. You all made the journey back to your wagons, loaded up the newly found boxes, and headed towards Phandalin. Blarg said his goodbyes, as he said his kind was not welcome in Phandalin, and he said he was no longer going to go back to the castle. He said he would stay near Phandalin and be around anytime you all needed anything. Kentrim took a big sniff of him and can now sense him within a mile radius. It took you all about 5 hours to get to Phandalin, but finally the town was in sight. However, you all had been following the tracks of Asterion, Jack, and Sildar when they suddenly ventured off the road behind a tree and some bushes. You all stopped to investigate, and Kentrim came around the bush where he found Jack and Asterion lying on the ground, unconscious, with Sildar above them, freaking out and trying to wake them up. And that's where we left off last time. So, before we get into this, any questions?
No.
I'm good.
Okay. Cool. Give me just 1 second. Let me set the scene.
Did you end up checking out that Patreon dude I told you about?
I haven't
Matt?
yet, but it's also on my list of things I gotta make sure and do, because just those few screenshots that you sent me looked awesome.
Yeah, it looks like he did a whole cover for did a bunch of maps for this campaign. I didn't look at them because I don't want to know the outline, but
Yeah.
it just the caption of it said that it's for this module.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check him out because I love James RPG art, and I think he makes phenomenal artwork. But I'm also always into looking at others' stuff.
Yeah, the Morval Press guy is really good, so check him out.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, listen to me. How do I sound?
Oh, you sound great, dude.
Yeah, you sound
Heck
good.
yeah.
So
Much better.
it was going through my webcam, which is
I'll do it.
fucking bizarre. But I got it. Okay, so this sounds better now.
Way better.
Okay. All right. Continue.
All right. So, like I said in the previously on, you guys are currently, you guys are like basically at the outskirt of the town of Phandalin. What you can see in this landing page is exactly that's how close you guys are. But just pretend for a moment that off here to the right, where this tree kind of pokes out in the picture, is where you guys would be, and where Asterion and Jack are laying on the ground unconscious, and Sildar is currently over them, yelling to try and wake them up. I think Kintrim, you were the last. Did anybody else follow Kintrim over there? I can't remember. I know you guys all stopped, but did anybody else actually go over to where the bodies were besides Kintrim?
I don't think so.
I couldn't remember. I didn't have it in my notes or anything.
I think the
My
rest
notes
of us
just said
went with
we come around the
mountains.
bushes, but I switched that to Kindrum because I don't remember who actually did.
I want to
Yeah,
say at least Lee might have, but I don't remember.
I don't remember if I did or not.
Okay. Well, no worries. I couldn't remember. Okay. So, Kentrim, since you're the first one, I guess, to arrive on the scene, and you see Jack and Asterion on the ground, what do you do?
At first, I look at Sildar like, Sildar, what happened? And then I look at Jack and Asterion, and I want to take an. I don't know if that would be investigation, medicine, whatever you want to do to see if they're okay.
You could do a medicine check.
Okay. Forgot to open up my character sheet. Why is it bringing me to the level feature? Medicine is what again, Ian? Is it
Medicine.
intel based or
Wisdom based.
wisdom? Okay. You're gonna have to bear with me for whatever reason. My character sheet bugged.
Oh, you're good.
16. I have 13.
Cool. So you can't tell a whole lot. They both. What you can tell is that they both seem to be breathing. And you don't see any at least visible scars or wounds on them that would prompt that they were in a fight. but they are. There's like this weird kind of like almost like small black mist that seems to be like just very lightly like kind of encapsulating Asterion.
Does Sildar respond to the question I asked him?
He responds and he looks panicked and he seems very flustered and he's like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just, one minute we're sitting here eating, we're drinking, we're talking, and the next minute Asterion, he reached out for me with his hand. He didn't look so great. We initially had stopped because he wasn't feeling great. I thought maybe some rations and some water would help him when he just collapsed. Just collapsed down to the ground. When he collapsed, Jack went down with him.
Knowing that Asterion's huge, Kintram goes to pick up Jack.
Cool. So yeah, you're able to pick him up, but he doesn't come back to. He doesn't like wake up or anything.
I kind of give him the quick pat on the cheek. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
You don't want to give him the old Disney kiss?
Nah. Kintram doesn't swing that way, fortunately.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of swack at him a little bit, and you can see his eyes start to twitch. They're still closed, but they kind of twitch, like the eyebrows kind of move up and down. And you hear Jack kind of just kind of grunt, but he doesn't wake up.
I yell over to the party like, "Hey guys, you guys might want to take a look at this."
And as you do that, Sildar also, he gets down right above Asterion. He says, "Jack, Asterion, please, wake up, wake up." And he also starts kind of shaking Asterion, but Asterion is very big compared to Sildar. Yeah, so the rest of you guys, do you guys go over?
I'm going to start scanning the area just to see if there are any immediate threats visible to all of us.
Okay. And I won't have you do a check or nothing. It's early evening. It's still bright out, but it's like early evening. So, and there's not a whole lot around you other than like some trees and some bushes, but you don't see any immediate threats. You don't see anything that looks like an attack would have happened or an ambush of some sort. And the only tracks that you can see on the trail, at least what would be of recent, is that of Jack, Asterion, Sildar, and the horse. And you can see all of their tracks stop on the road and move over to that, and they look like they're in normal walking formation.
Well, I go over to him, grab my water bottle, open it up, and I dump about half of it on Asterion to see if that wakes him up on his face.
Okay. So you
roll
dump
anything for that, or
no. So you dump the water on his face, and you also notice this kind of weird, like almost like just this like black mist that seems to like be kind of like hovering over his body, mostly his head. And from like your perspective, like looking down at him, like laid on the ground, it almost looks like an ant trail, like a tiny little ant trail, and the ant trail is also like going over to where Jack was laying down before Kintram picked him back up. Also, the water, when you threw the water on his face, some of that, like the eerie black mist around his face seemed to diminish, and his eyes also started to twitch.
Okay, well, I dumped the rest of the water bottle on top of him, see if that makes the black mist go away, and yell at the cart, hey, someone bring another water bottle.
Okay. And those of you that are at the cart, any of you guys respond?
Yeah,
I'll go and do that.
Yeah, you
Bring
go
some
ahead.
more water over.
Okay. So Jund and Tyrus, you were about to say something too?
I was gonna say the same thing, but he's already got it.
Okay. So I guess, okay, so Jund's going over there with some water. So let's see, Tyrus and Mirden. What are you guys doing while this is? Are you hanging back by the cart of your guys' goods?
Yeah, I'll hang back and make sure or just like kind of keep watch over the carts for now.
Okay.
Assuming that there's enough people over there to deal with whatever.
Yeah, I'm just standing there hanging out with a little silver piece in my hand, just flipping it in my hand.
From all the freaking silver pieces you guys got in the last one.
Yeah, just observing it and enjoying it.
Observing the coin on the mind. Okay, so Jund, you go over with the water, and you see the same that I described to the others. You see Asterion still on the ground. Looks like Jack might be waking up. Intrim looks like he's still trying to wake him up.
Yeah, I'm just repeatedly slapping him on the face.
And every time you slap him, he does kind of grunt a little bit more, but still not awake.
Wake up, you small man. Wake up.
And I'm sorry, is he slapping me or Jack? Whiskey Jack.
Jack. He's
Whiskey
slapping
Jack.
Jack.
Asterian's just getting water thrown on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's just foreplay for Jack. He's used to that sort of treatment.
Yeah.
That's why he's responding the way he is. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Harder than
More.
The grunts aren't actually grunts; they're moans.
At that point, Kitchen drops him.
I'm out.
All right, sorry, Jund. You were going over there with water.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring it over there and give it to
Me.
who's over there. Me, yeah.
Yep.
Here you go. Have some water.
Thanks. Kindle, you want some water to throw on his face? See if that does something different?
Yeah, Kindle takes
sorry.
the water and basically splashes it in Whiskey Jack's face.
Nothing happens other than he just kind of keeps twitching his eyes, and his eyes seem to be like when people are in REM sleep and their eyes are kind of going from left to right, like under their eyelids. That's kind of what his eyes look like as they're moving.
Okay.
Same thing with Asterion.
Can I spread Jack's eyes open, or can I open?
Sure. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you open them, and they look completely rolled back, like up to towards his skull.
That's not good.
After can I? Are you done, or can I say jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like watching this all happen, and it's boring me. And so I walk up and I'm just gonna start kicking his side.
Asterian's gonna wake up just covered in water, just hurting in the side. So Tyrus, do a strength check for me. Let's see how hard you kick Asterion.
Oh, shit.
And
All right, I'm
also, while
going
you're doing
physical die, by the way.
No, you're good. So while you're doing that, Smee, are you dumping the other water on his face as well?
So first I did the half the bottle, and I threw the rest of the bottle on Asterion. We got another bottle,
Oh, that's right. Yep.
so
I got a 7 plus 2.
Okay. So you kick Asterion, and he kind of snorts like out of his nose, like a little bit of air, and that black mist around him completely vanishes. But he's still not awake.
Okay, so after I'm done kicking, I just kind of shrug my shoulders and be like, "Oh, well, he's dead."
Let's leave him, boys.
Did the black mist also disappear from Whiskey Jack?
It did. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Disappeared for both of them. And as you did that, and as Smee continues pouring the water on him, all of a sudden, Asterion and Jack, both at the same exact time, open their eyes. Jack is in the arms of Kentrim right now. And Asterion, you're on the ground. And at first, Asterion and Jack, all you guys see is black. You just see darkness, but you can hear the voices of the others. And you can hear Sildar trying to wake you up. And what I explained to you guys in the one-off session that I did with you guys, that very last thing that you saw, it was right after you saw that. That's when you guys woke up just now. What do you guys do?
So I want to roll a perception or something to see if I think I'm still in this dream state, or if I realize if I'm out of it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Add a little.
Well, actually, you know
randomness
what?
to this.
Actually, let's do an intelligence check.
Oh shit! I'm kind of stupid, so we'll see how this goes. Where is it? Intelligence. There it is.
Oh, jeez. You can't quite tell. You can't quite tell. Everything seems pretty lifelike. Everything seems not so much like where you came from just now. But, like you said, it's hard to tell dream from reality for you right now.
Does that mean that when Quincham goes back to slap it in his face again, that he feels it?
Are you
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
are you gonna slap him again?
Yeah. Just wake up.
Well, Kentrim, you have Jack.
Yeah,
Right?
That's what I'm doing. I'm holding Jack in the air.
Oh yeah, no, that was that was Asterion.
Asterion.
Oh, that was Asterion? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
My bad.
Yeah,
But you-
as far as Whiskey goes, he would have woken up being in Kentrim's arms and just kind of looks confused for a second. And it's just like, hey, I've been on a lot of ships, but that ain't never been my kink. And like tries to like step down out of his arms.
How tall is Whiskey Jack?
He's 5'11".
Okay. Quintrim's 8, so he just sets you down.
Yeah.
And Sildar also, like, as you guys wake up, he kind of like, you see like a little bit of like what almost looks like he's teary-eyed, like he thought he really did lose you guys. And he kind of like looks up and, oh, praise the heavens, you guys are okay.
Yeah, and then I'll hear him. Sildar said that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So like as he says that, I kind of scan into his direction, and I'm assuming I'd probably see Meriden.
Yeah, you would see the rest of the party. Like, you'd see everybody, and you'd also see Tyrus. flipping his coin out a little bit beyond, kind of out towards the road with Mirrodin looking like he's kind of scouting for threats or just kind of general observations.
So yeah, I can't remember if I was in the room or not where we would have seen Mirrodin in other universe or wherever that was.
Yeah.
I did see it. I can't remember.
Yeah,
like,
you saw it all.
So I would assume that I'm going to be like, you, and then I point in his direction, kind of accusingly to be like, what the fuck? But I don't know if I should be the one doing that or if Asterion would be more passionate about it. I can't remember how my character was in that ordeal, if I was attacked by any of that, or
You were standing
remember,
right next to, yeah, go ahead.
or if
Yeah,
I was just facing Asterion the whole time.
if I remember, you weren't seeing or you weren't privy to all the things that I was witnessing until the very end. And that's when the apparition made itself visible to both you and I at the same time, and that's when we woke up.
Yeah, because I remember at the end we saw Mirrodin and then also a drow.
Yep. Dun dun dun.
So yeah, I think I'll be kind of walking towards him to see, because obviously, Jack would be thinking he's part of whatever that twisted shit went on over there. Whether it was an illusion or not, that's going to be his first takeaway, because he's not too bright to think outside of that.
Sure. Okay.
So yeah, Steven, I'm calling your character out.
Yeah.
I'll just be.
What did you do to us?
I'll just be like looking around, and then I'll just hear from like my right or whatever. I'll just hear Whiskey Jack be like, "Oh, hey, what's up? You seem like you're doing good. How you been?" I don't feel like I actually saw anything that was happening beyond the trees. I don't know. What was it? Yeah. So I don't think I was actually privy to all that. So I'll just see Whiskey Jack come over from the right and start yelling at me.
And I'm waking up at the same time, but I can't tell if I'm still in the dream or not. So I'm still pretty fucking weirded out and freaked out. Kind of, my eyes are kind of wide, my nostrils are big. Not quite in the present yet.
Yeah, so Smee and those of you that are over near him, you probably notice that he looks freaked out, that he looks confused. I think that'd be Smee and Jund and Kentrum, because you're over in that vicinity as well.
Asterion, are you feeling okay?
I kind of nod, looking around. I see that I'm not where I just was a second ago, and I'm in a more familiar place, or perhaps less familiar, but recognizable. And I kind of nod to the group that I'm all right, but I don't shy away from the fact that I'm staring Mirrodin down. Poor Mirrodin right now.
I'm just watching over the cart.
All right, well, you got 7'2" tall Minotaur staring you down, and a Whiskey Jack.
I'm assuming you guys are gonna either make your way over here, or I guess I can like kind of meet you guys halfway.
Oh yeah, I was walking over towards you, kind of pointing up my finger at you and like almost doing like a finger dab as I'm walking over, and just kind of cursing and be like, what the hell's going on? And I'm just, I guess in character, I'd just be like, you, What did you do to us? Who is that friend of yours? What the hell happened?
I guess I'll respond. What are you talking about? I've just been here on this cart. We've been trying to catch up to you guys. Go save Rockseeker.
If it makes any difference, I'm standing right behind Jack at this point.
I guess I'll be like.
I also want answers for this thing that you haven't been asked yet.
Like, Assyrian, good to see that you're up. We caught up to you guys. How you guys been?
It's all nonchalant.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, like the rest of the party, they could chime in to defend him, but that's like Jack's on the accusatory route right now. When he wakes up, as far as I don't know if Steven needs to talk me out of it or if the party wants to, but yeah, no, Whiskey's kind of perturbed.
I'm just like, I have no idea what is going on.
Wait, so I'm confused right now. If you could back up a sec,
yeah.
What are you mad at again?
They don't know yet, so because no one's really prompted it yet.
So they woke up and then they are turning to him, thinking that he was responsible for whatever happened in their solo session, or what?
Yep.
Yeah.
So all you guys know is that they woke up and immediately looked at Mirrodin, and they're rushing towards Mirrodin, demanding answers. But no one else has really asked Asterion or Jack what's going on, or what they're talking about, and all that.
Okay.
So I guess Kentrim's gonna come up and be like, "Hey, whoa, guys, what's going on here? Can you guys explain what happened?"
I look at Jack, try and figure out how do we explain this? How to explain what the hell just happened?
And then Jack is kind of looks back to Kintrim but is still pointing at Mirrodin, and she'd be like, trying to figure out how to word this. Yeah, just basically like, yeah, this hermit looking fuck was pulled us into some other fucking universe and all kinds of dead bodies, and I don't even know what happened really. I was just running after Asterion and just like kind of like trying to tell the story, but it's just super not super easy to understand because he's just so confused and just went through a whole bunch, and then all of a sudden is back in this reality, and he's just kind of like someone with ADHD trying to focus on a task, but in this story.
You're just rambling, basically. Yes. You're just talking so fast.
Yeah, but there's lots of cuss words and him being angry.
All right. Kentrim doesn't really get it, but sort of gets it as best as he could. He understands what you're saying, but not what's going on.
Like, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I summarize, I look at Mirrodin, ask him straight up, do you know me? Do you know me?
Hey, before you answer, Asterion, roll intimidation.
Oh, I have what's it called on intimidation, by the way?
Oh, also just a reminder, you guys all have an inspiration too. So
yeah, I have imposing presence. So if I roll intimidation, that's what
with advantage.
Whatever you call it. Advantage. You know what I'm trying to say here?
It's like
read my mind.
Like
with advantage or
yeah, that's the word, advantage.
Okay.
With imposing presence. Well, I don't need it.
Jeez. Okay. All right. All right. Mirrodin, you are, without a shadow of a doubt, highly intimidated right now by Asterion's presence. So much so that you're willing to say anything that is the truth back to Asterion.
So I don't get it like a moment, or I don't have like a reroll of a chance to get a 20 as well, or no?
I will allow a Constitution save. And if you get a nat 20, you can try and fight it. But you have to beat a nat 20. Nope.
Yep, nope.
You are shitting your pants.
You are very freaked out.
All right, I'll be like, whoa. Well, me and I was put on a quest by Rockseeker to go to a labyrinth and recover an artifact for Rockseeker, and was told that there was a beast guarding the treasure. With our party, we went into the labyrinth and discovered a large minotaur guarding the treasure. It took all but 2 of us to finally knock out the beast, and
Jack's like, wait, what? We were just in a labyrinth. There was 2 of you. You were there.
You sounded very terrified, Steven.
I mean,
I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we went to the labyrinth.
But once we were able to knock, assumingly, you out, we were able to reach the end of the labyrinth, and once we grabbed the treasure, we got teleported out of the labyrinth. And from then on, I made my way to Rockseeker.
Out of game, were you also surrounded by Death Eaters?
Death Eaters?
Sorry, that's just the end of one of the Harry Potter movies. They went through a labyrinth and teleported.
Oh.
A goblet of fire. What do I know?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I saw a wizard.
I'm going to have a follow-up question here. And it's something that my character has been suspecting for a minute, but how long ago was that, and what did you bring? What did you give Rockseeker?
Ian, do I know how long this was ago?
Yes, you do. So it was, in your time, it was a couple months back.
Okay.
Because once that was over, when you arrived back, you were pretty far away, but you had to get your way back to Rockseeker. And it was when you made it back to Rockseeker, which is when you guys all met in Neverwinter.
Okay.
So it took you a couple months to get back, but it had been a couple months since you teleported.
Okay. Well, I'll basically explain to them that it had only been a couple of months. And I received this this box with a scroll with no text on it.
Scroll with no text. I make note of this. I'm still staring at Mirrodin. The hatred has disappeared, knowing that he doesn't know what was on that, and I'm going to go ahead and take it on faith that I believe Mirrodin. I'm not done questioning him, but I am done for now. But because my backstory, I've been in this realm for about a year, and that's why I wanted to know when he took it. So there's about 9 or 10 months gap between when I regained my memory, or landed in this realm versus when he came back. So I make note of this, and I back down from Mirrodin, having my imposing presence skill had worked. So I kind of at this point I realized I might have been in a dream or in a memory. Something definitely not natural happened. If that's something I can assume.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if Jack is all right by now, but I'm satisfied enough. Jack could be easily freaking out still.
well, I think it could just be simple as a check of Steven versus me sort of thing to make sure I am into it. So I guess my insight, maybe? I don't know, Ian, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say insight. I think that's fair.
Or do you want me to just role play it?
Let's do an insight check and see what comes of that.
Okay. All right, I guess I believe him.
Yeah,
I'll back down. I kind of see like Asterion not be so fired up, and then combined with Mirrodin's story, so that's kind of the big push for me to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's all right.
How does everyone react to our aggressive accusation towards Mirrodin?
Yeah,
I backed away from the whole entire thing, just trying to stay out of the fight.
Yeah, I also want to point out that Sildar this whole time has just been standing there, like looking back and forth at all this interaction, very confused.
Yeah, I got the second bottle of water ready to throw on Asterion just to maybe wake him up more.
Just in case.
What the hell's going on? I mean, is he still sleeping? Or?
I'm still just flipping a coin.
Pyrus, meanwhile, is just relishing in all of this.
I'm
craziness.
Just watching it and just being like, well, it's a little bit more entertaining than when they were asleep.
Yeah. Well, at least you guys didn't kill each other. That's what Kitchen says.
So, yeah, Sildar walks over, like very slowly, very cautiously, and lets the whole group of everyone kind of talking and bickering and accusing and all that. He goes, okay, so are we good? Do we continue?
Mirrodin's just going to look at Asterion and be like, was that sufficient?
Yeah, and then Whiskey's going to look at Sildar and be like, is there a place we can get a drink in this town?
Yes, there is. That's actually where I wanted to take you guys. I owe you. Not only do I owe you some coin, but I owe you all a drink.
Nope. I'll follow Sildar. Silently change direction, follow Sildar wherever he's going.
Okay. Cool. What about the rest of you guys?
Follow as well.
Go back to the carts and get ready to follow.
I throw the silver piece back in my pocket and jump on the in the front because if I remember correctly, it was Althea and me that were running the horses.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Oh wait, that one
No,
might have
it
been
was-
the first time.
It was Althea and Jund the second time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, then I just like.
Oh wait, no, sorry. So Althea was driving one of them. Jund was driving the other. So I guess maybe Iris, you might have been in the cart with Althea, and the others would have been in the cart with Jund, and then because everybody was in the carts because there's the two carts.
Yeah, I just all I remember is like back on like the first or second session when we were driving the cart.
Yeah, yep. That one
I was up
that
there.
one was with you guys. Yep.
But wherever I was last time, that's where I'll go.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, Sildar tells you that he will he wants to buy you guys a drink, and he also promised you guys coin for his rescue. And he says for drink to head to the Stonehill Inn. And also, before I go to the next map, I want to point out that, and we didn't really go over this during the first session, but I'll fill you guys in now on it, that when Gundren was kind of giving you guys the details of this mission, of escorting the supplies back to Barthen's Provisions, that he also gave you guys kind of a rough layout of Phandalin, so you guys aren't walking into this town like completely blind. Like, you guys will recognize some of the places, and so on the map that I'm about to pull you guys to, you'll see some of those places are visible, like what they're called, and that's because he filled you in on those locations as to like where they're at, like in the in the town of Phandalin. So before I pull you in, I'll just leave you guys on this landing page for just a moment more. So you guys continue your journey.
Hey, Ian.
Yeah.
Real quick, can you give me a handout thing where I can take some notes with?
Oh, sure.
What was the name of the
Yeah,
place?
that's what I'm wanting to.
The Stonehill Inn?
Stonehill Inn. Yep.
Okay. I'll put that in red.
I mean, I could do a notes thing on my computer. It'll just be better if I can have everything in one spot.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right. So it should pop up for you.
Where will it be under?
It'll be under players. So in the journal section.
Oh, I see it now. Jack's note. Jack note.
Yep.
Okay.
Jack notes. Yep. Does anybody else want that, or does everyone else have other ways of taking notes?
I have like a Google Doc that I keep, so I'm good.
Cool.
I just have a Word.
Yeah, me too.
Word.
Okay.
Cool.
For me, it's because
I
travel. So
Whiskey Jack does the YouTube thing, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. Alrighty, so, so you guys are right on the outskirts of Phandalin, and you continue. You jump on you get back on the horses. You grab the. So there's the two carts that were of the original provisions that Gundren hired you to escort to a place called Barthen's Supplies. Barthen's Provisions. And he said that Barthen's Provisions was towards the entrance of the town, towards the beginning. And then there's this other cart. The other cart that was those of you that stayed back in the cave, you guys took and filled with those what looked like stolen goods from the goblin cave, and they had the symbol on all of them.
The lion on blue.
Yeah, it was the the lion with the blue background. I was trying to find the actual description of it. I can't remember.
One more time. What was the name of that bar?
Stonehill Inn.
Stonehill. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Oh yeah, so it's the image of a blue lion is what it was. Yep, a blue lion. Okay. So, as you guys are traveling down the hill, kind of going into Phandalin, the rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you guys catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside at the east side of town. So if you guys look on on the art, it's up there at the top left is that manor that's referring to. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at the shops in town. Many people look up and smile as you approach, but all return to their business as you go by. Let me pull you guys to the Phandalin. Okay, so we'll say that you guys are probably about right there, or into the main street. Okay, so can you guys see this map, like where your little party icon is?
I don't see the icon, but
No,
Very blurry though.
Is it just that little dot?
It takes a second to
Oh, there it
load.
is. There it is.
Yeah, yep, it's that little dot.
Gotcha.
oh, okay.
Yep. So you can see, yeah, you guys came from the Tribor Trail up towards the top, up to the north. Barthen's Provisions is right next to you. There seems to be a smithy to the right. You can see Stonehill Inn up ahead. There's a shrine that Gundren told you guys is called the Shrine of Luck, although he didn't go really into why it's called that. The town green down here where the kids were playing, and there was just kind of people just out and about. At the very far end from where you guys approach is a place called Lion Shield Coster. And outside of Lion Shield Coster, they have a banner which matches that of the goods.
I don't know if it's just
There's-
me, Ian, but you cut out.
You've been
The town
cutting out
master
here.
hall.
Lion
Okay.
Shield
You know
Cluster.
about- and then, even though you guys probably can't see it directly, like from your point of view, kind of stay weary of. Although
Ian?
he didn't really do.
Ian, why don't you drop that in the text chat? Because
You guys
Well,
know
actually,
of
I
an
don't know if
orchard
you
that's in
can.
town, a
I don't
woodwork
know if you
that's
can hear
in
us.
town.
I think he's
He's
delayed.
not
Ian.
touching us.
I don't think it's
Ian,
very-
can you hear us?
PM. So it's too late. There's still a little bit of daylight. You there?
Hello?
I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were cutting out during a bunch of that, and it didn't
Cool.
sound like you heard. I mean, I'm sure we get the idea because you're just naming off like the map, but you were starting to cut out, and it didn't sound like you were able to hear us.
It sounded like maybe it was just delayed because I think all the information came through just chopped up.
Yeah, so you talked about Lion Shield Coster, and then you pointed out the Sleeping Giant, and then you said it's Day Leaf of the Adder Leaf Farm.
No, stay away from Sleeping Giant is what Gundren told you guys.
Stay away from Sleeping Giant. Okay.
Well, stay weary of it. Like, he didn't say stay away. He's just like, be wary of that location. Yeah, the Lion Shield Coster. Crap, that irritates me because I gave what Gundren was saying about all of those locations.
Could you give bullet points in the text or something?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna do it really fast.
All right.
That match.
Oh,
coming out.
No, yeah, it's cutting out again.
Provisions, where you guys have to take Gundren's supplies. It's right next to you.
Nope.
Green, kids are playing. Let's see.
This is
There's an orchard. And
TDS.
there's a miners
internet.
exchange. It's actually Centrelink.
Oh, Century. He caught that.
Oh yeah, I caught everything.
Okay, so I heard stay weary of Sleeping Giant.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go through that.
Gundren's supplies go to Barthen's provisions, but everything else I lost.
You didn't hear anything about Lion Shield Coster again?
Not very much, no.
It has a banner similar to what was on the stuff we picked up in the cave.
And the Stonehill Inn?
Stonehill Inn we can go to, but avoid the Sleeping Giant at all costs.
Well, Jack was wanting a drink, so he's.
Well, no. He doesn't say avoid at all costs. He just said stay weary of it.
Okay. It's me as interpretation.
Mine too. Up to his interpretation as well.
Jack's off to the Stonehill.
So we stop the carts.
Yeah,
and
I'm following Jack.
unload to get the money. You guys don't want the money? That's fine. I'll take your car. I'll take your part.
Oh wait, we're at the provisions place first.
Yeah, I think we should drop off provisions first.
I'll go there and then go there first.
I'll follow Tyrus.
Need my silver.
Jack wasn't a part of any of that, so there's not. Yeah, he'll wait for you guys at the bar.
No, yeah, you were.
We got hired to bring this stuff here.
Yeah, that's why you guys were all there to begin with.
Oh, those! I thought you were talking about the stuff that they stole from Clark.
No. This is the Gundren. Yeah,
I got you. Okay, in that case, I will go with you guys and get some money.
Sweet. So we're at Barthen's provisions.
Yep.
Smelling all that off.
And I'm weary to even talk. So you guys, this is going to be theater of mind in this town because I don't have maps for any of the locations. There's just not any maps for these locations. So we'll just kind of hang out still on this screen. We'll just put your little icon here so I know you guys are at Barthen's Provisions. Did you guys catch that?
Yep.
Yes. Cool.
All right.
It's only when you tell us important things that it cuts out.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Hey, this is what Gundren said about this place.
And then we walk into every place that we shouldn't be.
Hey, we should have this Sleeping Giant.
I mean, honestly, that would have made for an interesting game if we just went along with it and just stumbled into random danger.
Okay. So
Like we just couldn't remember exactly what Gundren said, but we just.
He said something about sleeping giant. I don't know what he said about it.
I think he said to go there.
Screw it. Let's role
That's
play
what we
it as
deliver
it
our
is.
From the night.
missions.
Okay, so you guys go into Barthen's Provisions. You walk through, and as you guys all kind of go in there, you can see that it looks like it's a fairly large trading post. It looks like it stocks most ordinary goods and supplies, like backpacks, bedrolls, ropes, rations. You don't see any weapons or armor, but there's plenty of adventuring gear. And this lady comes up to you, and she says, "Greetings, travelers. I am Elmina Barthen. How can I help?" Ah, quiet type, huh?
Elmina? Well, Elmina?
Where's your armor?
Ah, well, if it's armor you seek, you'll definitely want to go to the Lion Shield Coster. It's just down the street.
We got a bunch of stuff for you out in a cart. You want it?
Oh, in a cart. Did I order something?
Gudrun Rockseeker sent us to escort it to you.
Rain Seeker. Yes. Oh, thank you. And she kind of whistles, and you see these two young humans, probably like between like 12 and 15. And she goes, "Ander, Thistle, please, Rockseeker's goods are here." And they kind of perk up and they head outside. They look, they creak open the door. They see the wagon and they see all the supplies. And they kind of close back open the door. They put on some gloves and they give her like kind of a little bit of a salute. And they head out and they start taking the provisions and taking them like through the back of the shop. And she goes, "So, you are the party that he hired." And she kind of reaches behind the counter and she pulls out this sack, and it sounds like coin. And she's starting to count it, and she goes, "So, how was the journey?" As she's like counting the coins out. You guys seem to have made good time, although I haven't seen Gundren quite yet.
Ian, can I observe what they're unloading from the truck, because my character does not like Gundren, so I feel like he would watch what they would be unloading and what they would be doing. So can I since I haven't been part of the travel, not so much, but
yeah, I mean, so you guys, well, you would have known though, because so when Gundren hired you all, and when you guys did the provisions, like they weren't really like locked up or anything, and so you guys saw what was packed in it, which was about a dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale, shovels, picks, crowbars, 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil, and yeah, it just looks like mining supplies and food.
okay.
So yeah, as she's talking to you guys, she starts setting all this coin out. She looks at all of you guys, kind of does some counting to see how many of you there are. She counts 8 of you, and she sees Sildar, and she goes, "Oh, hi, Sildar," and then like looks back down at the coins, and she pushes all the coins towards you guys, and you can see that there's 8 piles of 10 gold pieces each from each pile.
All right, I'll grab my pile.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'll take mine.
Grab my
So
pile.
do I.
I
kinda
grab
look
my
over
pile.
I do it, but I do it kind of hard. Just kind of slam my hand on the table.
I'm gonna look over to Tyrus and see if he wants his.
I grab mine, but I grunt.
Because it's gold.
Yeah.
And she goes, so I guess the journey went well then, huh?
I'm sorry, it was 10 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
Yep.
So each of you add
Okay.
10 gold pieces to your inventory.
All right, I'm adding 10 more. But as I do that, I grab my money and I head back to the door to look outside.
Okay.
Jack is going to respond to her and just be like, "Oh yeah, it wasn't too bad until drank Sildar's water."
Drink Sildar's water.
Didn't he give us water? And then that's when our trip happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she looks at Sildar and she goes, Sildar, what water did you give these poor folk? And also, where is Gundren? He should have been here by now. Weren't you with him, Sildar? And Sildar kind of bows his head. And now she looks worried. Okay, alrighty then. Well, I hope to hear from him soon. Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
Weren't you asking Sildar?
No, at first she actually asked you guys twice, and then turned to Sildar.
Yeah, we kind of gave her the silent treatment.
Yeah.
What about now? Obviously, we were for some reason not wanting to tell her that Gundren is missing, which is probably wise to do. But that's my out of character thought. But I want. Does she sell? I'm gonna ask her if she sells potions. So, does she sell potions?
She does. She says, "No, I mean, I have a few potions of healing, but that's about it."
Name your price.
Oh shoot! I'm trying to remember.
I want potions.
All right, let's see.
Caught the DM lacking.
So she goes, I charge 50 gold pieces per potion.
Damn.
Jeez. Which actually is standard. That's standard price.
Is that really?
That is a standard potion of healing price.
Yeah.
That's like all my money, or most of it.
Yeah, you're better off finding them in treasure chests.
Yeah, golly. So that's my reaction. I go, eesh. And I just turn away.
And
Never mind.
Jack's going to bring up to her, like, wait, you're saying Gundren didn't come through here? Because he's got dealings with Rockseeker to, get some information on finding his ship and all that. So he's going to be definitely needing to know where Gundren's at. So he's actually going to ask if she might have any ideas to where he might have gone.
No, I thought he was coming with Sildar. And she kind of looks at Sildar concerned, and she goes, I was very excited. I heard that him and his brothers had found the lost mine of Fandelver in the nearby hills, but he would have stopped by here surely. These are his supplies. He needs these for that mine.
And where's this mine at?
That is a great question.
And Jack kind of just holds out a map that he would have acquired of the area and asks her to put a little X on it.
Sure. So, jeez, where is it?
Do I get a little ding to be like a video game? New location discovered.
No, I'm actually like 100% trying to see where that is.
Yeah, you don't have to do it right now. I mean, we're still in the town anyways.
Oh, wait, actually, sorry. So roll. So do a history check.
Okay.
And you got to beat 10.
I got a 7. Should have used inspiration.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Right.
He wouldn't have history on this area anyways. He's from the seas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which character would probably actually know of this area a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so she will point out to you kind of on your map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, is it a map kind of like the map the Sword Coast map that I pulled out? Like something similar to that?
Yeah, and then whatever you as a DM want to be on that map, really.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she points out that she believes... actually, I'm going to try this out because I haven't done this yet. I'm going to try pull just you, Chris, over to that map.
You know, actually, before you do that, I guess looking at my inventory, technically I don't really have a map. I've got an empty map case. So I guess I could ask if she's got a map, and then she could write on it that I could purchase from her.
So she'll pull out a map similar to the one that you guys were at, but she will tell you that it's not for sale.
Okay.
It's mostly used as a tool to help other adventurers. And
Can
other
I take a
people
look at it then?
this way. Yeah, so I guess at that point you guys can all look at it. So let me pull you guys back here.
Well, I'm saying my character has an excellent memory for maps, and so if I take a look at it, I might be able to recreate it later.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you guys see this map screen?
Mm-hmm.
So when she goes, well, you know, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, let's see, it's not these hills to the south. I believe it's somewhere in this vicinity, off to the east, just before you start getting into the mountain region. Just before Icefire Peak, but I think the cave is somewhere over here. But it's been lost for a while.
All right. So out of character, out of curiosity, what are these icons with the dashes all around them? So the obvious to tell what a mountain is, but yeah, what are those things?
Those are hills.
Those are just hills?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So these are mountains, and then these are hills on that map.
I hate to be Captain Obvious here, Warren, but on the left-hand side at the bottom, in the legend.
There's a legend?
Yeah.
You're a legend.
Hey, I deserve it. Pile on. I love it. I didn't
Like
see
right
that.
there the whole time.
Well, I will look for a legend from now on.
Honestly,
I appreciate it.
That too.
Yeah. So right there. So yeah, those are the mountains, and then, those are the hills, and then you've got the mountains. So she said it's somewhere to the east, kind of in this region, but just before you hit the mountains at Icefire Peak.
And then I guess Jack will also ask if I guess what dangers have you heard are in this area? Should we go there?
You mean here in Phandalin or up by the Lost Mine?
But his focus is going to be pretty much on the Lost Mine or on anything Rockseeker related. So,
Sure.
So he's going to focus on the mine.
So
he's just going to assume the town is safe.
Yeah.
In his own ignorance.
Yeah. Okay. So she will point out. She will tell you guys that obviously because this mine has been lost for centuries. They thought it to be non-existent at this point, until Gundren and his brothers had found it. They don't know what kind of threats are in that area. But then she will mention to you the red-cloaked ruffians that they probably might be hanging out in that area like they do in Phandalin. And then she mentions, although there are those ones that they say are out in the forest, the ones with the green eyes. And she kind of like shakes as she gives herself the heebie-jeebies.
Green eyes?
What was it? There's a lost mine? Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the red
I feel
cloak
like we've
ruffians.
heard that before.
The green eyes?
Yeah.
Or the lost mine? Yeah, the green eyes you guys have heard several times by
Is
this
that
point.
what the goblins were talking about?
did I never
The
do it?
others?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's her name?
Her name is Elmina. Elmina Barthen. She's a human. And then the two young boys that like helped her like unload the cart, or that were unloading the cart into the back, their names were Ander and Thistle. Also, while you guys were talking to them or talking to her, they did finish taking the provisions off of the cart, and they're kind of going through it all in the back. Like they're not hidden or anything. They're just in the back of the store. They're going through all those provisions and kind of setting them where they need to on the shelves and whatnot. There's a couple things they set on the shelves, and the other stuff they put like in a area by itself that has like this crudely drawn sign that says Gundren on it, because these are his provisions.
I mean, at some point before we end up leaving, Jack would have gone over to the two kids and, said, "Hey, if you're ever looking for a job on a ship," obviously putting out feelers for future recruiting when he gets the ship back.
Yeah.
Kintron would also like to ask Elmina, I was like, hey, I can find somebody who's a little bit more connected to maybe law enforcement around here. I kind of want to use my my feet here.
Okay. Okay, so you just want to know about the local shenanigans, or so to speak.
I want to know somebody who knows about local shenanigans in hopes of trying to figure out what happened with Gundren.
Sure. Okay, so what she's going to tell you, and then after this, if you guys want to take like a 15-minute break, we can do that. But before we take the break, what she does tell you is, well, first she says, I really hope you guys please find Gundren. I'm sure his brothers Nundro and Tharden would not be too happy to learn that he's gone. Although I realize I haven't seen them in quite some time either. I hope they're okay. Nonetheless, if it's information that you seek, pretty much everybody here in Phandalin knows a little bit of everything. But if I were you, the place that I would start is where I tell everyone to start, at the Stonehill Inn. You probably learn quite a bit from there. If it's enforcement that you seek, definitely make sure that you talk to the town master, Arbin Wester.
Where can I buy some arrows?
You'll want to go to the Lion Shield Coster. They do have armor and they have lots of weapons. And if I'm not mistaken, and she kind of points out to your other wagon, she goes, "It looks like you guys might actually have some of their stuff on your cart."
Okay.
Noted.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's take a. You guys want to take a 15?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, when
Cool.
you come back in, I'm gonna want to try to find some pet mice or something of the pet nature.
Cool.
Okay.
All righty. We'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Birthday smile. Anything. Break up with her. She would never forget that. I got it. Seems so sweet. My video is now done. Yeah. In a week, you'll start to feel it. I forgot everything. I don't know anything. It's the most wonderful. Oh my god. like to turn around. That's my shit. Smell. That shit. What's that shit? Like, what's that sound? Yeah, I get that sound. If I smell that, I'm like, yeah, there we go. It smells like I want to pull your pants down. Okay. Smells good. Can you explain what it says? Please don't sit on top of tables. I follow in Spanish. For flavor, no sito on table. What is this shit doing? No, for Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Most successful people on Earth are wearing this bracelet, and here is why.
Oh, I'm refrigerated. Tickle, tickle. That's freaking carpet. This tracker car.
Am I hearing ads?
Oh, dude, that's me fucking scrolling.
I just got back and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I left something playing.
No, that's me doom scrolling, just going through shit for no reason.
Nice. Like I get that. I feel
Yeah, it happens. It gets the best of us.
Yep. YouTube Shorts is like crack cocaine sometimes.
No, I know 10 seconds of pure endorphins, and then that. I'm trying to figure out if it's in my character's alignment to just go to the sleeping giant and just fuck things up. But I can't tell if it is.
I have a feeling that's where my thing's going to lead me because at least my understanding of it, it seems to imply that like I know like a contact who's in the criminal underground who can help me with stuff.
Yeah, see that makes sense. I'm just trying to figure out if it like if my dude would go there just to be a jerk for the most part.
I am now the dominant force in this town, whether you like it or not.
I don't think it is. I think I am going to avoid conflict if it doesn't benefit me. So maybe I think I'm going to stay away from the sleeping giant.
Asterian's like, I am the sleeping giant when I'm asleep.
So I started.
Prime spot to pick up some new recruits.
Gotta get them young.
Yeah.
They're still strong and still full of hope.
So, Chris, did you say you were going to take Whiskey Jack to Lion Shield Coster, or did you say you were going to go straight to Stonehill Inn?
Well, originally I was going to go to Stonehill Inn, but sounds like I guess me and you don't have anything to do with Lion Shield stuff, right?
I mean, no. That's kind of like armor and weaponry, right? So armor.
Yeah, then I'll just be going to the Stonehill. Also, I'll be looking for a pet.
Yeah.
I got a new ability called Eldritch Invocation. So I got like two things like that. And one of the things I got is I can talk to animals now. And then I've also got another thing where I can look through other people's minds.
What?
Yeah.
That's a trip, dude.
Mm-hmm. I can touch a willing person and perceive through their senses until the end of my next turn. So I can really do it to anybody. I just think it'd be cool to have like a mouse to like go through spots and like scout out areas.
That's called planning ahead.
It's kind of like find familiar a little bit in a way.
Kinda, yeah. But I mean, I could even touch one of you guys and be able to see what you're seeing. So then, like, if our party split again, we could have a link between the two.
Just like a fire line of mice.
I can only do one creature. Yeah. One creature at a time, I'll say. I'm basically like Bran Stark with his warg ability.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess I could try to find a bird. That could work too. Let's see what Ian's got for me. I don't know. Maybe my clock's wrong, but I could have sworn we're way past the 15. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, but he might have meant go on till 11:15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because I kind of just been chilling here the whole time, so I don't really realize when it started.
Well, when it started, I told my phone to give me a 15-minute timer, and that went off like 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
maybe he has to put it down on his daughter or something going on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Ian fell asleep this time.
I doubt it. I don't think his daughter would be up at 11, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe his wife.
May have come home.
Yeah.
Or maybe he doesn't know he's muted.
That would be funny. Hi guys, have been muted the entire time.
Or maybe he's not muted and he's just cutting out this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, his mute button's on.
All right, guys.
There he is.
Ooh. Sorry, guys. Okay. Is everybody here? Are we waiting on anybody?
Althea's here.
I guess I should probably.
I'm here too.
It's me.
Tyrus here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Awesome. Alrighty, guys. Okay. So, Jack, you said you were going to do something when we came back, right?
Yeah, I want to try to see what kind of animals, like a bird or a mouse or something, to kind of cater to my new abilities.
Okay. Like just like a random, like a one in the wild.
Yeah, but I'll just say that's my intent for right now. But feel free to let other characters do some stuff in the town first, so I'm not hogging the session tonight.
Okay.
Sure.
Are we still in the? Are we still in the provisions?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, because I think the last thing that you guys heard was when Kintram asked about local law or like people of that nature, and like kind of who in this town would know things. And she mentioned that she knows some things as well as most people in Phandalin know things. But if it's local law or like shenanigans of what's going on around the town, she said that the best place to start would be at where she tells everybody to start, which is at the Stonehill Inn. Or if it's actual like enforcement that he's looking for, she might want to talk to the town master of Phandalin named Harbin Wester. And there is a town master's hall, as you can see on your map, that Gundren did inform you guys about.
I think the ability implies that like I like know this contact at some point or have met them.
Okay. I'll probably have that come into play, Kintram, whenever that person makes himself known.
Okay.
Like, I'll be like, hey, this is the person. This is the person that you would know.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, where do you guys go from here? Oh, also somebody asked about arrows, right? I think that was Althea.
Yeah.
And she said if it's weapons or armor or arrows you're looking for, go to the Lion Shield Coster. And she said, and by looking at it on your guys' cart, it looks like you have some stuff of theirs. And she pointed to the cart with all of the lion head symbols on it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Smee walks out and goes to the cart. It has the things for the lion shield thing, and is ready to go down there to drop it off and find out if we get any money from it or not.
Oh yeah. You're very welcome. And please, for all of you, if you guys do see Gundren's brothers, Nundro, so their names are Nundro and Tharden. Says if you see Nundro and Tharden, I think the last time I saw them they were camping outside of town, but please don't raise any alarms with them. It would break their heart if Gundren, if something actually bad happened to him. He's such a good friend to most of this town. And then she kind of mumbles under her breath. She says, I hope it's...
She really did.
Interesting time for him to leave.
Oh, I thought that was me that cut out because I've been disconnecting all night.
No, she really did mutter under her breath.
Man, this is so immersive.
Did anybody pick that up?
What did you say the brothers' names were again?
Nundro and Tharden.
Nundro and Tharden.
Okay.
Don't ask me how to spell it.
Yep. No, you got it right. It looks like it disconnected there. Yeah, it looks like it disconnected there for a second.
Yeah,
I don't know.
did.
I don't know how much. Did you hear any of that?
No, the whispering.
Just sudden she kind of mumbled under her breath and you cut out right there.
Yeah, literally cut out right there. It could have been more perfect.
She mumbled under her breath. I hope it's not the red brand. They sure are making it hard on everyone around here.
Red brands. Could you elaborate?
No, she went to the back of the store before you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You heard that like as she was turning around.
Ruffians.
Okay.
Red brands, as in like the color red brands.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Also
Red
noted.
You have a thing for the color red?
I'm a bull, dude.
Ghostbusters did a thing. Ghostbusters did a thing. They don't care about the color red.
So don't be a speciesist against bulls, okay?
Oh.
I take offense. All right. So, what is everyone doing? Sounds like some people are going to Lion Shield Coster.
Well,
Yes,
I think
he's gonna head
Althea. I think Althea is gonna turn to everyone else and say, "I can take the carriage down to Lion Shield Coster on my own, pick up some arrows, and drop off all these supplies. If you guys want to go ahead and go to the Stonehill Inn on your own,
I want to go with you, Althea. Just want to look over what they got. I'd like to get something a little better than my mace, if I can.
okay."
All right.
Jack's going to ask her more about the red brand or whatever.
So do you call her back out? Because she already went to the back and like kind of disappeared. As she was
fuck
saying.
her then.
She turned around and started muttering it under her breath as she was walking back behind like this into the back of the store.
Okay, in that case, I would have just taken note of her caution. Then I'll let her keep going.
Okay, cool.
I'll figure it out as we encounter them.
Okay, so sorry, who's going to Lion Shield Coster?
I'm going.
So
It's
Althea.
me and Althea.
So Althea and Smee. Okay, I'm just putting your guys' tokens on the map as to who's where. Okay. And then who's going to the Stonehill Inn?
Whiskey.
I'll go.
I will too.
I'm going.
I'll be heading there, but I want to stop by the Shrine of Luck first.
Okay.
Ooh, shadow
and
luck.
considering what I've been through, I'm gonna follow Jack.
I'm gonna
So
follow.
Let's go
Adontu,
ask.
actually.
You're gonna so Tyrus is gonna follow Kentrum. Is that what you said?
Kentrum, yeah. Adontu, whatever.
Yeah.
In a past life, they are one
I
and
knew
the same.
exactly. I knew exactly what you were talking about. All right, so Kentrum is going to go to the Shrine of Luck, and Tyrus is going to go there as well. Who am I missing? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jund and Mirrodin. Where are you guys going?
In.
Okay.
Yes, man.
In. Okay.
Oh yeah, bar fight.
Yep. Here
Okay.
comes
Have my boy
Mirrodin.
back.
Okay. So we will start with the Shrine of Luck people first. As soon as I find where it is in the book. Okay. Okay. So we will start with the Shrine of Luck group. So you guys all kind of disperse out of Barthen's Provisions. And also, I will say that Sildar joins you guys that are going to the inn. So he is accompanying you guys on the way to the inn. And as you guys are walking towards the end, Tyrus and Kentrum kind of veer off, and they say that they want to stop at the Shrine of Luck real quick. And it's right across the street there from the inn. I mean, it's like literally rock throwing distance. Like it's right there. So Kintram and Tyrus, when you guys get to this shrine, it looks like it's a very small temple. Very, very small. Like, I mean, it looks more like a shrine than an actual temple. It looks like it's completely just made out of stones that were taken from probably some ruins of some sort. And there is a lady there, a young elf. And she's kind of standing there. She looks a little bit injured, but she's kind of standing there. Looks like maybe she might be praying, standing in front of this shrine. You guys walk up to her, and she kind of opens her eyes, and she smiles. And she says, "Greetings, travelers. What can I do for you? What brings you to the shrine?"
I'm mostly just curious. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do you guys wish to join the Harpers?
Would I know what the Harpers are?
Probably not.
I'll let Tyrus take what he wants to answer, but
What are the Harpers?
She goes, I just imagine Tyrus just like, what are they?
As I'm pulling out a dagger or something.
Yeah. The Harpers, well, first I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Sister Gorelli, and I myself am a member of the Harpers. We are a group of adventurers and spies, and we advocate for equality, and we very covertly, I should say, oppose the abuse of power, like those red brands. Oh, I wish how they would disappear.
But you don't like the red brands.
Correct. We don't like the red brands. Really, nobody in this town likes the red brands. All they do is cause trouble. All they do is, well, they just make it hard on everybody. Shaking down the local businesses. They flout the town master's authority. They usually are hanging out at that sleeping giant tap house. That's why I tend to stay away from there. And I stay here to try and gather more folks who might want to join the Harpers.
So, I'm stuck on the spy part. I say, okay, so you guys are spies. Like, what are you spying on? Is it the red brand, or is there more?
Not only the red brands, but see, I have my superiors and I have people that report to me. I regularly report to my superiors on anything interesting happening in and around Phandalin. Anything that might be of interest, where we could come in as the Harpers if we need to aid anybody, anyone weak or in need, someone who might be poor, people who are being oppressed. That's our mission. Our mission is to be there for the common people.
I'm gonna respond. This is a funny response. I'm gonna say I'm a little poor right now. I don't have enough silver. Do you have any?
Usually here at the shrine, it goes the other way. People donate to us. Alex or Tyrus, roll deception.
I'd also like the insight.
I knew this was going to come. I knew this was going to happen. All right. Oh gosh, it's not good.
I'd also like to insight check her.
Oh man, I got a 5 minus 1.
Yeah, she kind of hears the clinging of all of your coins that you have, and she smiles and she says, "Listen, I am not one to judge. I'm really not, but I can't afford to give anything of coin to adventurers that seem to be a little bit more endowed than some of the others around here.
And then I say, I swear that's just copper. And then I put my hand over my mouth like I still just said too much. Over my mouth that's already covered by my mask.
Then Kintram's like, so you're an organization that helps finds and tracks people and helps the downtrodden.
Yes, absolutely. Would you like to join?
Maybe. I don't know. Do you know anything about Gundren Rockseeker?
Gundren, yes. He's always around here. He's a very kind gentleman. He's donated so much to our god, Timora.
I guess Kintram kind of just looks at the. I assume that like this is like a statue of her, or like
and as she like says that, as she says like our god of Timora, she kind of like puts her like waves her hand up towards the statue, kind of giving you the idea that is the god Timora.
Kintram just kind of like nods. Okay. Could you direct me to somebody who knows about things concerning the red brands? Or maybe the fine stuff around the city.
Well, the red brands are pretty well known throughout this town and throughout the surrounding regions. Especially because they cause so much mischief around here. Some might say that they're tied to the ones with the green eyes that I hear about that lurk out in the forest. I don't think that's so. I think they're different, but my best bet would be start at the inn, and she kind of points at the inn behind you guys. She says, but if it is adventure you're looking for, I do have something. I do need help with something if you're so inclined. And if not, it's okay. I'll still be here.
What do you need help with?
Well, recently I went on a very... what you might say is a delicate mission. I was supposed to find a banshee. Her name was Agatha. I had some questions about a spell book. However, when I attempted Agatha, I found her. She struck me. She hit me pretty hard. She kind of like lifts up her like she's like kind of wearing like this long white dress, and she kind of lifts up her dress on her right leg. And it's like heavily bruised and heavily scarred. And it's even got like kind of like a little foot brace. Like she's got a little foot brace, like she's kind of hobbling around on it. And she says, I fled. I was able to escape. I feel like I need to bring Agatha a gift. I need to bring her this jeweled silver comb. If I can get it to her, I might be able to persuade her to tell me what she knows about the location of the spellbook. It's said to have belonged to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. I believe that she will take this silver comb and give me those answers, but I fear for my life as she's already scarred me once. However, if I give you the comb and if you were to take this to her, hopefully she might give you that information. If you could bring it back to me. If you do take this, I do have a few potions of healing I can give to you guys for whatever troubles you might land in.
I make no promises, but I'll keep an eye out for the silver comb.
Oh no, I have the silver comb.
Oh, you do? I'll take it.
And she out of her pouch she pulls out this silver comb, and it is like very, very like beautiful. Like it doesn't look like a standard comb that you guys would probably see. It's like
ornate.
Coated. Yeah, it's very ornate and coated in like the finest silver you've ever seen. Tyrus would probably also take notice of this.
Yeah, once I see the silver, I'm just like eyes glued. Like, oof. I should be a good person, but
Sure, I'll take the silver comb. Do I get anything out of it?
No, you just you take it and you feel it's pretty weighted, it's pretty heavy.
No, that was Kindrum asking what do I get in return?
Oh, yeah. She says, okay, so just you need to find Agatha the Banshee. Give her that comb, but tell her you will only give it to you as a trade. So I need you to trade it for answers. Answers to the location of said spellbook belonging to a mage named Bow Gentle. Yeah.
Good to know. And what's this woman's name again? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Her name is Sister Garelli. Garaele. And as you say that and you take the comb, she kind of does a short little bow to you, kind of puts her hands together, and she says, "Oh, thank you, please. And if I will give you some potions when you get back, if you can bring me that location, and you give her the comb, I will give you some potions of healing. I can't offer much, but that is what I can offer, and maybe even as a small token of gratitude." Maybe you can become an honorary member of the Harpers if you don't want to join right away.
Persistent, aren't you?
Yes, very persistent. We're always looking for newcomers.
All right. Thank you, Garelli? Garelli. I best be off.
Yeah, and as we start to leave, I feel a little emotional guilt, sort of, in a way. And so I turn around and I go back over to her and I drop a 1 gold piece.
And her eyes
for her
light
cause.
Up. Her eyes light up and she's, "Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your guys' names."
I'm Tyrus.
You can call me Kintram.
Tyrus and Kintram, it's so great to meet you. Are there more of you, or is it just you two?
We got some other associates in town.
That's good. Well, please ask around, talk to local folk here. I promise, we're all very nice. Everyone here in Phandalin is very welcoming to strangers.
Thank you again. We'll be seeing you around.
And she kind of bows her head. And then you guys go to the Stonehill Inn, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll let them have their conversation because we weren't there.
Yeah, so real quick, or no, I guess I shouldn't say real quick, but we'll go down to Lion Shield Coster folks. So we're gonna go to Althea and Smee.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. So, as you guys kind of walk down and you all disperse, you see this what looks like kind of a smaller trading post. I mean, it's smaller than Barthen's Provisions. There's a pretty large building in this town. But you see this wooden sign shaped like a shield and painted with a blue lion hanging above the door.
Okay.
Okay.
I
the
guess.
door.
Yeah, we go in.
Okay. So you go in and there's this human woman and she says, "Greetings. My name is Lily Greywind. Welcome to the Lion Shield Coster. How can I be of service to you? Are you guys interested in armor? Are you interested in the finest weaponry that Phandalin has to offer? Or are you here for something else?" And she kind of looks worried.
Well, Lily, on our way to town, we had an encounter with a bunch of goblins. And after defeating them, we found a bunch of boxes that were labeled with a blue lion on them. I was wondering if they were yours.
You're joking. You found them.
Yeah, take a look. Right outside.
And you kind of open, she kind of peers off and she sees your guys' caravan. It's got all of the goods that you're referring to. And her eyes light up. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Where these have been missing for about a week. They never arrived. They were supposed to be here a week ago. We didn't know what happened to them. We just assumed it was red brands or maybe the ones with the green eyes. Never thought it would be the actual goblins. Never see them around this part. How far away was this?"
4, 5 or so hours down the road towards Neverwinter.
Wow,
they had
interesting.
a little outpost set up to ambush us, and once we broke through that, we found another place where they were holed up, and that's where we found all the supplies.
Well, thank you so much. Oh, please, let me give you something. Hold on. And she kind of shuffles around behind. She's like, "Come on, where are you? I sell things, for crying out loud. I should know where my coin is." Okay. And she pulls out this bag. She starts counting out gold coins. And then she pushes 50 gold coins towards you. She says, "Here, I hope this is sufficient."
Well, thank you very much. I grab the coins, split it, give the other half to Nirden.
You mean to Althea?
Sorry.
I mean, I'll take it.
It's whoever's here is getting the money, so.
See, how many people do we split this among? It's 8, right? Okay. I hand her back 6 of the gold pieces, and I ask if she can convert it to silver pieces.
Let's see. She kind of opens the bag up a little bit. She goes, "Yeah, I think I can do that. Sure, hold on 1 second." And she takes the 6 gold pieces. And all right, Chris, you're gonna have to help me out. What is that? Is that 60 silver?
What was the question?
So a gold piece to silver piece ratio, is it?
Yeah, it's a 10. So if you got six gold pieces, make 60 silver.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. So she kind of pulls. She takes the gold and she starts. She pulls out this other bag and she kind of blows dust off of it. Apparently, no one uses the silver pieces. And she. What was that?
I think someone's asleep.
Somebody asleep.
It's not me this time. Don't worry.
So she takes the gold pieces and she puts them back behind the counter and she counts out of the very dusty bag, very dusty silver coins. She counts out 60 of them and hands them back to you. And she goes, "What in the world do you need the silver pieces for? I know some people trade in silver. I think around here it's mostly gold. I guess we do get some people with silver and copper."
I just kind of smile and don't really say anything.
Well, I thank you guys for bringing the goods back. That's very kind of you. I can't believe that they actually were found and not tampered with.
Well, these are all the ones that were unopened. I don't know if they had opened any before we got there or not, but.
And she's like kind of counting from the desk, and she goes, "No, it looks like they're all there. That's exactly what we ordered." And I mean, I guess as long as they're not empty, maybe I should check. Oh no, I trust you guys. They're probably not empty. You guys seem like good folk.
Can I take a look at your arrow selection?
Yeah, certainly. And so she has like the pretty standard weapon assortment. Doesn't have everything, but looks like she has quite a bit. And she looks at the arrows, or you look at the arrows, and yeah, she's got arrows, she's got crossbow bolts, she's got sling bullets. And I mean, there's tons. It looks like there's hundreds of them just in boxes behind her.
I'm going to turn to Smee, and I'm going to turn to Smee and say, Smee, were you planning on buying anything here as well?
Yeah, I was wanting to get some more crossbow bolts and see what they had, and like maybe either a warhammer or a pick or something. Mace is just not quite doing it for me right now.
Well, if it's arrows you guys want and crossbow bolts, so typically I sell 20 arrows for 1 gold piece or 20 crossbow bolts for 1 gold piece. But because of what you guys did for me, I'll double that. I'll give you 40 arrows for a gold piece and 40 crossbow bolts for a gold piece.
Mm-hmm. I like the sound of that.
Sounds good. I think I'll what the heck? I give her 2 gold and go ahead and give me 80 crossbow bolts.
80 crossbow bolts? My, oh my. What are you planning on doing?
Yeah, well, having run into the goblins out there and keep hearing these weird things about the green eyes, I think I kind of want to make sure I got enough things around to.
Yeah, these green-eyed folk that you hear about in the forest, I'm assuming you've heard them from others. Yes?
Yeah, people have been mentioning them to us.
Yeah, we don't know what they are or where they come from, but they have tales of them. They're said to have seen them sometimes at night out in the forest. Some people claim to have even been attacked by them at some point. I don't know how much of it's true. I've never seen the green eyes. I just hear the people talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and take 1 or 2 gold pieces out of your inventory. Smee, and you can go to the little bookshelf thing, and I think you search for crossbow bolts, and you can like drag and drop them into your onto your character sheet.
The bookshelf thing.
Yeah. So let me actually see if it's. Let me see what you look up. So, yeah, crossbow bolts. So you can just take crossbow bolts and just drag it over into your inventory. Unless you already have it in your inventory, then just change your quantity. And same thing with you, Ben, with the arrows. Oh, wait, actually, I guess, yeah, how many arrows do you buy?
I'm waiting for Smee to finish up his purchases first.
That's right, because you were going to look at something else, right?
Smee? Yeah, I was going to look over at something like a warhammer or a war pick or something.
Yeah. So, she has a couple warhammers, a couple war picks, and a couple warhammers. And she kind of brings them both down off the shelf. She says, "Okay, what would you like?"
Oh, yeah,
the war
pick up one of the warhammer.
Yeah, the warhammer that is 15 gold. The war pick here is 5 gold.
Kind of swing it around a little bit. Pick up the war pick and swing it around. Okay, I'll take this war pick.
Okay, and that'll be 5 gold pieces. So same thing. You can add a war pick to your inventory, and then just reduce the 5 gold pieces from your character sheet. All right, is that everything for you, Smee?
For me, yes, that's all for me.
Okay, Althea.
First, I'm going to turn to Smee and say, I'm going to tell Smee, why don't you head on down to the Stone Hill and meet everyone else at the inn? I'm going to stay here and really look over these arrows to make sure that they're all top quality. And I'm trying to hide my true intentions, so can I roll deception on that?
Sure. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it passed.
Okay, fine. You don't want to walk back with me. That's okay. Go do whatever silly thing you want to do.
All right.
Grab the war pick. Keep swinging it around as I'm walking back up to the Stonehill Inn, just to get used to the feel of it.
Okay. Thank you again, sir. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
All right. And you start walking back to Stonehill. All right, Althea.
Yeah, first I'm going to talk to, what was her name? Lily? Okay.
So her name is Linning, but she goes by Lily.
Okay. Yeah, so basically I'll say to Lily, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy 80 arrows. But I have some questions for you.
Ah, sure, yes. She says, yeah, go ahead and ask.
Oh, man.
She's
I don't
a
know if he
stealthy
can-
one, isn't she?
I don't know if he can hear me because he cut out there. You there now?
He's completely gone. He's
Oh,
not.
he's gone.
He's not in the in-game voice chat.
Oh, wow. This actually is perfect because I was going to improvise questions, but now I have time to write them
Think of
down
them.
first.
And he's back.
Man, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm having the same issues as Kendrum. It just like auto disconnects me and then reconnects me.
Okay, so give me 1 second. All right, so I have some questions for Lily. First, I'm going to ask her, and actually, I assume at this point that the purchase has been made because it's pretty easy to do. So I'm going to give her 1 gold piece, or no, 2 gold piece for 80 arrows.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to put that in my inventory real quick. And while I'm doing that, I ask her a couple of questions. So, first I ask her, have you heard of someone coming through town named Gundren?
Yeah, Gundren. He's very popular around here. He's in here quite a bit, quite frequently actually.
Okay. All right. How well do you know him? Do you know him on a personal basis?
Yeah, very well. I'd have to say.
How often does he come into town?
Well, he's donated quite a bit to this establishment, and he's also. I also consider him a friend. He's very nice. He's a very good person. That sounds like Warren. That's Warren's mic.
It's Warren asleep.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving along. You said you know Gundren pretty well. Who does he usually hang out with when he's around here? Who does he come with? Who does he leave with?
Oh, he's always here with his his adversary Sildar Hallwinter.
Adversary?
His hired. I can't say hired gun because his guns don't really exist in this world. But
okay, his muscle.
Yeah, his muscle. He's usually here with him. Him and his brothers. They've been doing
Sildar's
a lot
brothers or Gundren's brothers?
Gundren's brothers. They've been doing a lot of investigating around this town and trying to find the lost mine of Fendelver. And rumor has it they might have actually found it.
They might have found the lost mine of, what was it?
Fendelver.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm typing notes along with this. How many brothers does Gundren have?
He's got 2 brothers, Nundro and Tharden. I haven't
You know
seen
them very well?
a little bit. Yeah, they're just like Gundren. They're, just good people. They treat everyone well. They like to donate to the local establishments to make sure this town keeps running. Anything they can do to kind of get above the red brands, they try to stay away from them. But when the red brands try to bring down an establishment, Gundren and his brothers try to bring that establishment back up. They don't want to see this town go away.
Do you know much about the circumstances under which Gundren acquires the provisions that he brings to town?
Usually they're for his adventures. Whatever him and his brothers go do outside, I imagine it has something to do with the mines. They frequent the miners' exchange quite a bit. And they also frequent the Stonehill Inn. They like to drink a lot. I mean, they are dwarves after all, but they're good people.
You think he's the kind of person that would achieve good through questionable means, such as through stealing an evil person or anything like that?
Oh, heavens, no. Not at all. I don't think so. I can't imagine him or his brothers doing anything like that. Although he is, now that I think about it, he is quite secretive sometimes on how he acquires certain goods and things, but I guess I've never really questioned it because, well, sometimes he pays my bills.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's all I wanted to know.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I have my arrows. I think I'm good.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your evening. I hope to see you all again.
You as well. So I wanted to ask those similar questions to, was it Elmina up in Barthen's Provisions?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess maybe for the sake of saving us all time, would you as a DM be able to tell me whether Elmina would provide different answers? Or do I need to take myself down there to see for myself?
Do an insight check. And
Sure.
Yeah, do an insight check. We'll do it this way.
I don't expect any combat tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and use inspiration for this.
Okay. So yeah, she would have told you basically the same exact thing.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, then.
All right.
I'll just head to Stonehill Inn.
Okay. And so now we'll go to the rest of the party that's in the inn that hasn't gotten a chance to talk yet. Oh, wait. That wasn't the right one. This is the one I wanted. Okay.
Man,
So, yeah,
Sildar became a giant.
Huh?
I said Sildar became a giant.
Oh, geez. Yeah, why is he so big right there? There we go.
I don't see anything. Oh, I see. I'm still outside. Okay.
And there went Ian.
Oh no, he left again.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Can hear you. Can't hear Ian.
Ian's gone.
Yeah, I thought maybe I disconnected again, but
Yep, I'm back.
oh, there he is.
No, you're doing fine as Ian's disconnecting.
Yep, I'm back.
Did you restart Discord?
No, it just disconnected me, and then reconnected me. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. So all I was asking was, what do you guys do in the inn? Those of you that got there first, I should say.
I would have gone to the barkeep and struck up a conversation. Grab some ale, and then probably would have sat down with over at this table here and introduce myself to them and start getting drunk with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just the random people in there.
Yeah, one of his personality quirks is he loves to meet people in bars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he's kind of shoot the shit with them and find out a little bit more about the town, and then also brag a bunch about all of his stuff. Maybe even threaten one of them. Who knows?
And that is young.
Nice. And I will say, Jack, you probably also would notice this when you walked in, but it looks like there is a poster of you on the wall. Kind of looks a little bit older, like no one's really like, and it's like kind of covered up with other like wanted posters and various what looks like might be quests of some sort. But there is a drawing of you on the wall.
So I'll remove the ones that are kind of might be covering it up when I walk in, and then also reflect on how young I look and handsome I was.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I carry on. And then I'm also probably telling the people, hey, that's me, and telling them how I got it and stuff like that.
All right. Real quick, I'm going to log into Discord on my phone and see if that helps. So hold on, I'm going to disconnect real quick. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I won't hear the music, so I guess if the music, for whatever reason, is sad or anything, I won't know. I'll just hear you guys' voices. Okay. So yeah, you strike up a conversation. So you're over there getting drunk and talking to those folk. Let's see. So who else was? So Jund, Mirden, Asterion. What about you guys?
I don't know if Warren's still around. I guess I don't know. Is there? Do I notice like there's like a barmaid who's taking orders, or do I need to go to the bar to go grab a drink?
Yeah, so you would see that there's a barkeep up there, the one that Jack talked to, and there's also this lady up here who's kind of running around filling people's drinks and taking orders and stuff. And she actually even comes up to the table that Jack is at, and everyone kind of cheers with her, and as she fills up their mugs.
I guess I don't know what everybody else would be doing, but I guess I would go over to the table to the right and see that it's free and sit down with, or I guess, assuming everybody else would follow, would be Sildar and Gund and Tyrion. And
I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to put myself sort of in the back corner. Oh, there's a door there? Or no, there's a window. I see. Yeah, I'm going to put myself in this back corner so I can observe as much as possible.
Okay.
hold on. Okay, so I see. Okay, so I am also, but I'm going to demand that it's not ale, it's mead.
You're going to demand it?
Yeah, like I don't drink ale, I drink mead.
Okay, so you go sit over there. So go ahead and move your token over there. Who else goes and sits?
Are we here, Ian? I thought we were delayed getting there.
What's that?
Are we here? I thought we were delayed getting there.
Is it the first 4 people that went over, or is it everybody already here?
Everybody, but I was asking the first 4 what you guys are doing first.
Oh.
But so I guess Jund and Asterion I still haven't heard from. Well, Warren is, I think, asleep. But Jund, what do you do when you go in? Uh-oh, is Jake asleep too?
He's muted, so it's hard to tell.
And we're old men.
It may be a good time for a wrap up then if we're losing people to sleep.
We're sold.
We are old, I suppose. Okay. I guess that's all right.
Yeah, I'll pull Jund just temporarily over to that same table, and I guess Asterion as well. So Smee, what do you do? Same.
Come in, look around. See Jack making an ass of himself over at the one table, just kind of wave him off and go over to everyone else.
Yeah, I'll flag everybody down whenever they arrive.
No way, I've got high charisma. My guy's getting along with them great.
Well, and Kintram is also, I think, at the bar, right?
Yeah, I went to the bar, but when I step into the inn for the first time, I take a big whiff of everything going around.
Oh yeah, and you smell it all. Like you smell what smells like potentially blood and sweat and dirt and looking around, you can see there's dwarves, there's gnomes, there's miners, looks like there's farmers, there's what looks to be maybe an innkeeper, and then you've got there's a dwarf. The dwarf bartender, who is the female that's over at Jack's table. And then there's there's a lot of different various personalities here. So you can kind of take in, you take in a lot. You take in a lot of smells, a lot of scents.
Nothing distinct though, that sets anything apart.
No, not really. Just normal. From your experience of going into like a local inn and tavern, these places tend to be kind of a hub for adventurers to meet, for the local residents of the town to come to after a hard day's work. These inns usually lots of stuff happens in these inns. Nothing. And you also see, you guys also would have noticed too that there's quite a few posters all around the inn, and there was even like right when you guys entered, there's a big sign that says no red brands, and some of the posters say red brands stay out. And so it's very obvious that these people do not appreciate these red brands.
Okay.
So, also since Jack, since you went to that table first, and the bartender lady came up, she would have introduced herself to you as Elsa.
Okay.
She probably, because of your charisma and because of how you are, she was very, very talkative, and she kept bragging about her sister Gwen, even though you didn't ask. she kept bragging about her sister Gwen, who is, as she says, is a scholar in the city of Neverwinter. And you don't know what prompted it or why she's even telling you, but she just, for some reason, just started telling you about her sister.
Okay.
And then the other folk that you would have...
if you would have come over, I'd be like, Gwen, you look awfully familiar. I could have sworn I seen you somewhere. From my dreams.
well, Gwen's not here. She's just telling you about her sister.
I mean, Elsa, whatever this girl's name is, Elsa.
Elsa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elsa, and she is a dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, she starts just telling you about Gwen. And then you also, sitting at your table, as they get to know you, you would have also met Frida, who is a gnome weaver. And
is that the one to the right of me?
Yeah. And she would have just kind of kept going on, and obviously she's probably had a lot to drink. She would have been telling you about the Red Brands and just kind of very disgruntled about how they're hassling every business in the town. And for whatever reason, though, they don't go to the Phandalin Miners Exchange. And she kind of like leans in to the rest of the group and says apparently they don't want trouble with the owner, Halia.
The owner of what?
The owner of the Phandalin Miners Exchange. No, she said that the Red Brands don't go to the Phandalin Miners Exchange because they probably don't want any trouble with Halia, who is the owner of the Miner Exchange.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll ask what the issue with the Red Brand is. Why does everybody not like them? They kind of sound like some interesting, cool folk to me.
Oh no, they're not. I mean, I guess we don't know your type, but they know they're trying to shut everything down in this town, and I hope you don't have to meet them. They're not one I want to mess with, and the rest of the people around the table are like, yeah, hear ye. Like, I wouldn't want to mess with them.
And then that's when I'm like, see that poster over there? They don't want to mess with me.
They turn around, and one of them kind of leans in and goes, oh, wait, is that you? You look a little bit older now than in that picture.
And then I go and tell them the story of how I got that one.
Nice. Yeah. And then the rest of you guys, so I'll go over to the other group.
Well, I guess
actually,
real quick, do I probe Elsa a little bit more about the sister to find out if there's any, I guess, quest item there? Or is this just miscellaneous information she's throwing at me?
It's just miscellaneous information she's throwing at you. She does tell you, though, that if you're interested in her sister, she is going to be in town in a couple days.
Oh, okay. I'm going to mark that on my calendar. Because, I mean, her sister lives in a port city, so Jack plans on getting back to the port here real quick.
Yeah. All right, and then Kintram, sorry, I want to go to Kintram, and then I want to go to the rest of the group real quick before we call it a night. But Kintram, I know you said you went to the bar. You're kind of taking in all the smells, the scents, that sort of thing. Do you talk to anybody up there, or is there anything else you do while you're at the bar, or do you go back to the rest of the group?
No, I specifically seek out the barkeep and ask him if he's heard anything about Gundren Rockseeker.
And the barkeep says, "Oh, Gundren, yes, he frequents this inn quite a bit. I'm actually surprised he's not here. I know I heard him and his brothers might have found something good, is what I heard, and I don't know what it is. My suspicions are always in the dark. Maybe they found riches. Maybe they found some gold. They're always mining all over the place. But he's in here quite a bit, him and his brothers. They're good people. I like them. They pay me lots of good coin. And sometimes they stay here. And actually, and he kind of looks behind you, and he sees Sildar sitting with this group. He goes, "That's That's his mercenary over there. That's Sildar. They're usually together. It's quite odd seeing them apart.
Yeah, we took a job with him. Sildar's with us at the moment. That's a few of my traveling associates.
Oh, wow. That's quite an interesting party. Is that a bowl?
As he's talking to the elephant man.
Yeah.
The guy looks up. He has something against horned beasts.
Yeah. No, Sildar too. I guess if you've traveled with him and you're working with him, you should know he's a good man. He's been around here. He's been around here quite a bit. He's actually got a room here. Sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Toblin. I am also the innkeeper here, if you guys would like to stay.
Hey, nice to meet you, Toblin. I'm Kintrim.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. I think you might be the second, maybe the third. I'm going to mess this up. I can't remember your kind of folk. Elephant, right? You're an elephant.
Loxton.
Yes, sorry. Forgive me. I don't want to offend. I've met a few of you before, always in good company. Never had anything sour to say about the Loxodon.
You met good Loxton then.
Yeah. But you guys are more than welcome to stay. I don't charge much, just a couple gold per night. There's plenty to see here in Phandalin. There's plenty to see around here. There's plenty of opportunity for what looks like adventurers like yourselves if you need to make some extra coin. And this is a good hub for it. This is a good place for it.
I look at him and say, thanks. If you see anybody who would know information, send them my way, please.
Sorry, what did you say with what information?
Just any information.
Well, what kind of information is it that you seek?
Anything about Gundren, any enemies he may have, any things that have gone weird in the town.
Oh, well, plenty of things go weird around here. I don't know if you've heard about those with the green eyes. How many people you've talked to about that, but there's some say that they're a different type of goblin. And typically we don't see a lot of goblins this close to Phandalin. Usually they're farther out. But some say that they've seen them nearby and that their eyes, they glow green. My son, Pip, he even told me that there's some secret tunnel in the woods that him and his friends found. And apparently the Red Brands almost caught him. But if it wasn't for those ones with the green eyes, though, I think the Red Brands would have done more to his body than let him come back home. But enough of that.
Thank you, Toblin.
Yes. Any threats of Gundren, I will tell you. I'll keep my ear out. And before you leave, oh my gosh, even on my phone, it keeps disconnecting.
Oh, that was me. I disconnected there.
Oh. Whew. Okay, so he said, so before you leave, he says, listen, before you go off, can I ask a favor of you?
That depends. What's the favor?
Well, there's a fellow here. His name is Fel Dendrar. He's a woodcarver here in Phandalin. Well, about 10 days ago, there was a altercation with the Red Brands here in town, and I guess they came by his shop. They started bullying his wife. He didn't like that. And he stood up to the Red Brands. They provoked a fight with him, and they murdered him in cold blood. There were several townfolk here. Several people here in Fandolin saw it happen. Now, the Red Brands, apparently, they had taken his body. And as of now, his wife, his daughter, and his son have all gone missing. I'm hoping if maybe out in your adventures or whatever you guys are here for, if you could just keep a lookout for them. I'm sure this town would be very grateful. Fel was a very regarded human here.
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you, Tobin. And I get up and I make my way towards the table.
Okay.
I'll let the conversation go as it was supposed to be.
Sure. And the rest of you guys at the table, you guys are all with Sildar. Do you guys do anything? Oh, also, I will say that Elsa, who was over by Jack, she does come up to your guys' table and give you guys all drinks and whatever else you might order. And she has like a special glass of mead that she hands down to Tyrus. She says, well, you didn't have to demand it. I mean, we have plenty of mead, but here you go.
I had a sour look on my face because, gnomes. But, wait, you said she was a gnome, right?
No, she's a dwarf. There's a gnome sitting over by Jack. Yeah, there's a gnome sitting over by Jack.
Okay, yeah, I got a sour look looking over there, but I accept the mead, of course.
All right. And then, do you guys do anything or say anything? I mean, you guys aren't by any of the locals. Sildar is really the only one that's at your table with you guys. Do you guys do anything before we call it a night?
I'll ask Sildar. Well, I'll say thanks for the drinks, but I'll ask him. It sounds like you've made quite a reputation around here, or at least Gundren has. Here to elaborate?
Yes, I will elaborate. But first, let's drink to the day and drink to all of us being alive. And he raises his mug up to see if you guys will join him.
You'll join?
Join.
I join.
All right. So you guys all take a drink. You clash your mugs. Jack, are you still over at the other table?
I am, and I'm kind of primed up at this point and kind of asking, hey, we get any money for killing any of these Red Brand guys? And, kind of wanting to fight. And inquiring to where I could find them and, help the town folk, but also help myself just, have fun fighting.
Yeah. And you were talking to that group, right? That group at that table with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they do tell you that they will inform you that typically there's not coin for hurting or killing any of the Red Brands. However, they probably wouldn't be missed. And they tell you that if you are curious about the Red Brands and want to know more, you could try the Sleeping Giant, which is just to the east of the Stonehill Inn. That's where the Red Brands they're frequent folk over there. And that people believe that the big house on the hill, the big manor location that you guys saw on your way in, they think that's where most of the Red Brands might live or they congregate. And so they'll fill you in on that as you're drinking and partying away with them.
Yeah, so then I'll stagger over and kind of let my buddies know. Hey, let's go get a fight.
So you go over there. I'll say that you probably got there right when Sildar was raising his glass, and you kind of stumbled over with your glass. You were also ready to.
Yeah.
You're ready to fight. You don't know what they're cheering to, but you're just ready to fight.
I'm thinking in my head we're fighting, so that's what I'm cheering into.
Yeah. And then so you guys all cheers, you bring down your mugs, and he kind of wipes the ale off of his mustache, and he sits back, and he says, "Okay, I'll tell you everything you want to know." And that's where we're in for tonight.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
I know it's not a typical Ian ending, but at least gives you guys a couple weeks to think about some questions you might ask him, or some things you guys might want to know.
Just want to be sure, because I might have missed or forgotten certain parts of that. What do we know about the scope of his knowledge so far? Like, do we know that he knows stuff about Gundren? Do we know that he knows stuff about the red brands or the local area? Or
he has mentioned those with the green eyes to you guys. And he also, you guys would assume that he probably knows a lot about Gundren, and especially whatever Gundren does, specifically because he is always with Gundren. He's essentially Gundren's hired gun, right? Right. So Gundren looks to him for everything. So you're under the assumption that Sildar probably knows a lot about Gundren and his dealings, and therefore would probably know something about this lost mine. He might know some stuff about the strange goblins. You still haven't really figured out even where he came from, kind of his backstory. And I also want to point out too, now that you guys are all here, when Chris and Warren did their one-off and they were traveling with Sildar for like 5 hours, neither of them cared at all about Sildar and never questioned him about anything, because specifically Jack didn't even want to save him in the first place. And then Jack and Asterion bonded quite well with each other, so much so that they just kind of forgot to ask Sildar really anything, which was really awesome. I was actually, it was playing to your guys' characters very well.
Yeah.
So at that point, so I guess in the end, Sildar is honestly, like, for you guys, is probably a very open book and probably knows quite a bit. He also said that he is going to give you guys money as well, because you rescued him. So yeah, just think about that before next time, things that you might want to ask him, especially because you guys all also kind of interacted with various townfolk, that you guys now have some more other little clues and little quests or dealings and stuff like that maybe he also knows a little bit about.
All right.
Okay.
And then a little bit also, Jack walked over to the table. He also put his arm around Meriden as if nothing ever happened before. And when he like clinked his glass with Meriden's. And that cheers.
Nice. I like that.
Cool.
Oh, also, real quick before we go, Althea, did you do anything with those silver pieces?
I was going to hand them out, but never got around to it.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Alrighty. Cool, guys. Well, besides the connectivity issues, that was fun. So I guess, let's see, what would that be? The 25th would be our next date. The 25th, May 25th would be our next night to play.
Okay.
So
Works for me.
Give me 1 second to take a look at something, because I might have booked a travel day that day.
Who's this Yemic guy?
Who?
Yemic?
Yemic?
Yeah,
he was the goblin. Yeah, he was the goblin leader that you guys
It's the one that
killed. That's the one that Asterion. Yeah, that's the one that Asterion put his horns through.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're good. I'll definitely be there.
Cool. Awesome. Oh, you're talking about the landing page. I was like, where are you getting this? Yeah, that's the goblin leader that you guys killed, or that Asterion rammed his horns through.
Gotcha.
So yeah, cool. Well, that's a good session, guys. I know it was a lot of dialogue, a lot of narrative and story based stuff, but the sessions are always necessary to propel the story.
All good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Well, you guys all have a good rest of your night. Have a good couple of weeks, and we'll see you guys all
25th.
on the 25th. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Good night, everyone.
All right, see you then.
Alrighty.
Ciao later.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Night.